Two Tales now on BBC Two. It's story time.
Which cabbage do you think we should have? Which one?
This one, because it's the biggest.
This one, because it's the biggest. Put that in there. Hello. Steve and I are buying the things we need to do some Chinese cooking. What other vegetables should we have, Steve?
Carrots and onions.
Carrots and onions. Would you like to choose an onion?
Okay.
Oh, mighty onion. And how about some carrots? How many carrots should we have?
Two.
2 carrots. Right, what else do we need?
Bean sprout and water chestnut.
Bean sprouts and water chestnuts. Let's go inside and find some, shall we?
Yeah.
Right, where to next? Where should we go? Let's go that way.
I think that one.
That way? Come on then. Time for the first story now. It's about an emperor. An emperor is a very important person. And this emperor lived in China a long time ago.
Story time.
It all began in a small village inn where everyone was celebrating the new year. There was eating, drinking, singing and dancing, but most of all, eating. Everyone said it was the best New Year's Day they'd ever had. Everyone, that is, except for the cook. His name was Li Ming, and all day long he'd been busy in the kitchen cooking meal after meal and dish after dish of the most delicious food for this very special occasion. Now, it happened that year that the Emperor of China had decided to make a journey through his empire, just to make sure that everything was all right. His ministers travelled with him. So did his generals, his courtiers, and his servants. The imperial guards led the way, banging gongs just to make sure, wherever they were, that everyone knew the Emperor of China was passing by. They'd been travelling for a very long time, and the gongs had given the poor emperor a dreadful headache. And as if that wasn't enough, he was feeling quite travel-sick. Li Ming was exhausted, and after clearing up his pots and pans, he was ready to lock up for the night and go to bed, when the emperor's procession arrived at the inn. Li Ming opened the door, and there was the emperor and his chief courtier. And it was a very dusty, tired and bad-tempered emperor who demanded a hot meal. Li Ming was horrified. There'd been so much feasting at the inn that day that there was no food left in the kitchen. Just a few leftover vegetables. And that would never do for an emperor, thought Li Ming. But he knew he'd be in for a dreadful punishment if he didn't somehow make a tasty supper for the emperor. Li Ming was still wondering what to do when the chief courtier came to the kitchen to see if the meal was ready. "Nearly ready, your imperialness," he said. Li Ming quickly began chopping up the leftover vegetables and throwing them into a pot. So while the chief courtier waited, Li Ming tried to look busy. He found some chili peppers and put them into the pot. He picked up a spoon and stirred the vegetables. He found some spices and put them in too. He pretended he knew exactly what he was doing. Then at last, Li Ming served up what he had made from the leftover vegetables. He knew that leftovers were not fit for an emperor, and that he was bound to get into trouble. But what else could he do? The chief courtier took the meal to the emperor, and Li Ming listened for the emperor's angry shouts as he tasted his supper. But to his surprise, all was quiet. He waited and waited. Then he heard footsteps. And who should it be but the emperor himself? Li Ming bowed as low as he possibly could and was amazed to hear the emperor say, "Thank you for a most delicious meal. I don't know what was in it, but already I feel much better." The meal was called chop choy. Li Ming was given the job of chief cook to the emperor and went to live at the royal palace. From then on, nearly every day, Li Ming would make a bowl of chop choy for the emperor, and the emperor enjoyed it very much. Of course, everyone wanted the recipe, but Li Ming said it was a secret. After all, he didn't want the emperor to know that all he was eating was leftover vegetables. Do you think the emperor ever found out? I wonder.
This is where we make spring roll.
So this is pastry.
Yes.
Then what do we do?
Put a bit of the bean sprouts, some cabbage.
We're using the vegetables we brought to make Chinese spring rolls. Steve's mum's showing us what to do. So are the vegetables cooked before they go into the spring roll?
Yes, we need to cook it first and then put it all together.
So do you make spring rolls a lot?
Well, yeah, quite often, yeah.
You like
because
them?
the children like it.
Do you like them?
Oh, yes, yes.
And what happens next?
Then we turn over,
You roll it up.
roll it up, yeah.
Oh, a minute. It's very neat.
Put some cauliflower.
Quite hard.
It is quite hard, isn't it? I wonder what's cooking here. Lots of vegetables going in. Steve's mum's very busy. And there's Steve's spring roll going in. Now what's this? It looks like egg. Oh, and now there are all sorts of things going in there. Mmm. Something's being stirred. And there are the spring rolls. Look, all cooked and golden.
And this is special fried rice.
And this is...
This is chicken chow mein. This is wonton soup.
Mmm. What's in here?
It's Chinese porridge.
Chinese porridge. There's porridge in the next story. It's called the Magic Porridge Bowl.
Tip, tap, chin.
Story time's in. Once upon a time, long ago, there lived a woman, that's me, and a boy.
That's me.
The woman and the boy were very poor. They had no food, and no money to buy any either.
I'm hungry.
Me too, said the woman. Why don't you go down to the village and see if you can find something to eat? So the boy set off. He hadn't gone far before he met an old woman. Hello, boy, said the old woman.
Hello, have you got any food?
No, I haven't, but I do have this. And she held out an empty bowl.
But there's only just an empty bowl.
Ah, said the old woman, but this is a magic bowl. If you say, cook, bowl, cook, the bowl will magically fill with porridge. And when the bowl is full, just say, stop, bowl, stop. Remember, exactly like that. Stop, bowl, stop.
It's easy. I won't forget. Thank you.
And off he went with the magic bowl. Now the boy and the woman weren't hungry anymore. Whenever they wanted something to eat, all they had to say was,
Cook, bowl, cook.
and the bowl magically filled with porridge. Look! And when the bowl was full, the boy said,
Stop, bowl, stop.
and it stopped. Now one day, the boy went out and the woman was on her own. After a while, she felt hungry. So she went to the porridge bowl and she said, cook, bowl, cook. Straight away, lots of delicious porridge started to appear in the bowl. And when the bowl was almost full, the woman said, stop, stop, bowl. But the porridge kept on filling. Bowl, stop, stop, she cried. But still the porridge kept on filling the bowl. Soon there was so much porridge that it started to overflow right over the top of the bowl and all over the table. Oh, help! Shouted the woman. Just then, the boy came back. He saw what was happening and said,
Stop, bowl, stop.
and then, of course, the porridge stopped. Now the woman and the boy had so much food that they invited all their friends from the village to come and share their meal with them. And that's the story of the magic porridge bowl.
Snip,
snap, snout,
story
Storytime
time
out. Oh, Mrs. May, this looks delicious. Thank you very much, thank you. I love wonton soup.
Thank you.
Hello, Vivian.
Hello, Beverly.
You coming to have some of this lovely Chinese food?
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'll use these. They're called chopsticks, and you can use them to eat with. Oh, first I'll give Stevie his spring roll.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time. Bye.
There are 10 lively stories arranged in 5 themes on the Storytime Pairs video. For an order form, ring BBC Education Information on 0181 746 1111. Tomorrow morning at 10:30, Watch goes back to Tudor times and the feud between Queen Mary and Princess Elizabeth.
If you're looking for a crate load of laughter, then maybe it's time you checked out the Chuckle Brothers.
I'm claustrophobic.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Forby. I'm Barry, and this is Paul.
They'll crack you up. They'll split your sides.
Oh dear, oh dear.
And if they really put their minds to it, they'll have you collapsing all over the place. It's very simple.
I'm confused. What's to be confused about? I say to you, you say to me.
Chuckle Vision, Wednesday at 10 to 4 on Children's BBC One.